So today's video is a little bit more on the deep end. It's something that's been on my mind a lot over the last few days, and it's some mental health stuff I'm going through, and I want to share with you guys. And just to reiterate again how much you all mean to me, I'm sharing this with you. This is stuff that I guarantee like most of my friends don't even know, and so I'm doing two reasons I'm doing this. One, because I feel like you guys are already a great community, and I really genuinely love the support that you all give me every day. I love your messages on Instagram. I love everything, and so that's what I'm sharing with you. Second of all, I want to show you that being vulnerable and talking about things, whether that's on the internet or anywhere, is actually a great way for you to de-stress and really to make sure that you take care of yourself. And three, I want to destigmatize the stigma that's already around mental health by talking about my personal stuff here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get to it. And today I just want to talk a bit about mental health. And specifically I want to talk a bit about the relationship between psychiatry and mental health, and ultimately just how crazy powerful the mind is and how scary it can be. The mind is just so powerful, and especially when it goes wrong, it's just even more powerful. The level of control anxiety can have over you, the level of control any sort of thing the mind brings up can have over you is insane. Let me give you an example of this. If I tell you right now, don't think about your jacket, your mind is not going to listen to you. Your mind is a power of its own. The moment I tell you don't think about something, you will think about it. Think about this now applied to anxiety. Think about you having anxiety about something and then telling your mind, hey, just stop being anxious about it. It doesn't work. Your mind, if anything, is now going to focus on it even more. And the crazy part about anxiety and the crazy part about mental illness and the crazy part about mental health is sometimes we don't have control over these things. At least with physical illness, at least with an infection, you can give antibiotics. At least with a surgery, you can solve a ruptured tendon. But with mental health, it's so hard because you can't just say, hey, stop. Stop feeling depressed. Stop having OCD. Stop seeing things. That's not up to you. Your unconscious mind, which is another thing, your unconscious mind has such a powerful grip over you that sometimes it's so hard for you to grasp that. You don't understand how big of a grasp your unconscious has over you and how big of a grasp anxiety can have over you until it goes wrong. Until you start seeing things, until you have a level of anxiety that is out of your mind crazy and controls everything and everything you do. People with PTSD, you may not ever understand why they don't like going to certain places until you yourself realize like, oh, something really crazy happened to me at this place and now I can't even think about going to this place because it gives me so much anxiety that I don't even want to go there. And all this to say that, of course, I don't have PTSD, I don't have schizophrenia, I don't have any of those serious mental illnesses, but I've just had a lot more anxiety recently. And that anxiety, I've been able to analyze a lot more because I'm in psychiatry. And because I've been in psychiatry and I've been able to analyze the anxiety more, I'm starting to learn just how powerful the mind is and just how powerful a lot of these mental illnesses are. They're just as debilitating, if not more debilitating, than a surgery. Than an actual infection, than a sickness. Because the problem with mental illness is sometimes we cannot manage it just by saying, hey, take this medicine, or hey, just stop thinking about it, because the mind is so powerful that you have to come up with other strategies. Like, so for example, for my anxiety, every day recently, I've actually been going outside and just doing flashcards on the phone and trying to get my mind off of the things that I'm anxious about. And trying to make myself go to places, and engage with more friends and kind of keep myself company so that I don't let my anxiety get the better of me. But these are all implicit things that, because I have the knowledge, I'm trying to work on. But imagine someone who's going through these mental health crises who may not have that knowledge, who may not know. Like, the mind has such a powerful grip that it is so hard to deal with these things on your own. So the point being, this is kind of a PSA about mental illness. And the whole point about this PSA is just to say that when someone tells you they have anxiety, or when someone tells you their mental health isn't ideal right now, I just would like that all of you kind of are a little bit more empathetic to it, because it's really hard to empathize with something if you have never felt it, or if you don't have any mental health concerns right now. It's very hard for you to say to someone else, oh, like, why are you sad? Like, you shouldn't be sad. You have this and this and this. And it's easy to say that when you have that right mindset, but when you're in the framework of someone who has anxiety, of someone who has mental illness, just hearing all of those things doesn't really make a difference. It's kind of like telling the brain, hey, brain, stop feeling bad. It's kind of like what I just said. When you tell the brain to stop feeling bad, it'll think about the fact that it feels bad. As I just said, if I tell you not to think about your jacket, you will think about your jacket. Like, that is the brain. That's how powerful it is. And it's just so hard to get over it. And so when you're occupied and when you have these anxiety, when you have panic attacks, all of these things, just just know that it takes a lot to go through them, and they are very, very real illnesses. They're very, very real, if not more real than an actual infection, because when it's happening in your head, that has more power over you than anything else. At least with an infection, I know it's there and I can see it moving up, but sometimes at least I can control it. Every one of us has been sick before. Every one of us has had surgery before. So when someone says they're sick or someone says they have surgery, it's very easy for people to relate because they know exactly how that feels like because they've been through it before. On the other hand, mental health is a lot more difficult to understand, and this is why I respect psychiatrists a lot, because psychiatrists to a certain extent are dealing with mental health issues almost every day of their life, and they're dealing with issues that they themselves may not have ever experienced. Like most psychiatrists probably don't have that big of an idea what it means to have schizophrenia because they themselves have never had schizophrenia. They don't know what it's like to have anxiety of OCD, to feel the need to wash their hands 40 times a day. But the point is, in psychiatry, you see all of these things and you see all of these patients, and you do have to get in this mindset of like, I have never felt this way before, but this is a very real thing for the patient. And you have to be able to empathize with the patient. I have the utmost respect for psychiatrists for this reason, for the fact that they're dealing with these things on a daily basis, and they have learned to empathize with patients to the degree that I am aspiring to do. And I just want everyone out there to know that, again, mental illness is very real. Very real. I mean, schizophrenia is one end of the spectrum, but there's so many things before that, like general anxiety, stress. All of those things are very real, and they very much play a big role in the way people function in daily life. And I just want to make sure you all empathize with that, because again, it's something I'm really passionate about because it impacts me. It's been impacting me recently, and I'm talking to you and I'm doing my own things to get over it. But if anything, if any of you are feeling this way, just know that yes, I empathize. And I hope that eventually we as a society can get to a place where mental illness is not as stigmatized as it is, just by telling people to get over it. That really annoys me. But anyway, this is my brief PSA for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to go outside and do my walk outside right now to bring my anxiety a bit more down. Maybe just enjoy the weather and slowly just get back to the state I was in. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.